Hi guys, it's Rachelle from Monnow Lane Furniture in another glorious day in Sydney. Today we're working on this piece. She's gonna be beautiful. She's not really beautiful yet. Let's have a go. As you can see, she's in a bad way. Now, I wouldn't normally take pieces of furniture that are in this condition, but this was from a lovely lady that I delivered a bookcase to last week. She's having a hard time. She was showing me some pieces of furniture that she would like to do up. She showed me this one and she said, I think this is past it. And I love a challenge. So I picked it up from her shed. I said, leave it with me. So I'm doing this as a gift for her. I'm hoping I can bring it back to life. So first I'm just going to get the blower and see what we can take off this way. If you're enjoying this video, I would love you forever if you could subscribe and hit the bell notification, please. That just helps YouTube know that there are people out there who actually like my content and that it might be a good idea for them to show it to a few more people. Wouldn't that be nice? Now we'll just give it a good wipe over. This is just with a dry cloth. Before I clean it, I'm actually going to just scuff sand it to bring any of this looseness off too. So I just got a 120 grit here. I'm really just trying to get a feel for what's underneath here. It will be a veneer, I'm sure, because these pieces usually are, but it might be a veneer that I can still work with. Okay, I'm going to make a judgment call here. We're not going down to the wood on this. So what I can see, yes, it's veneer. I'm not surprised by that, but it's a very it's very obvious veneer. So I'm going to need to repair that. It's a very obvious lip there, and then there's also very obvious damage there that I want to fill. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sand the top so it's smooth, and then I'm going to fill in all these areas. As I'm doing this, I'm tempted to keep going and just see what's left. If there's a bit of rustic underneath, I don't mind. I can work with that. What I'll probably do, if I do sand the top back, is take off that plinth at the back. Yep, I'm going to take that plinth off. Whatever I do, whether it's going to be painted or stained, I want it to have a good finish. And the quality underneath this, if I do start to strip it, it's not great underneath anyway, so let's just get that off. So one thing you don't want to do, when you're removing these plinths, you don't want to damage what's underneath. So if you can get underneath it easily, I'm going to knock it just to loosen it a bit. Yeah, that's just going to give me the ability to get under there. So that, there you go, see. So then I can just protect this wood underneath, just lever it up without digging into the wood. So all I'm doing here is getting between the veneer that's lifting and the piece so that I can separate them, and then I can glue the veneer back down. There we are. So that veneer, I've pushed it back down, so I'll put some wood glue underneath it. Now I need to pull out these tacks. I'm being careful because I don't know what's going to be at the end of it, to be honest. I don't know how long it is, and I don't know what's going to be at the end of it, because I don't know if it's going to have a nail head. Right. It has, see, it's come from the bottom up. Right, so now I need to get some glue. I'll just put some tight bond underneath that to hold it down. And when it's dry, I'll come back and sand the rest of it. I've got the glue on, and I was going to clamp it, but honestly this is the easiest way. You can pull it nice and tight, nothing is in your way then. So now I'm going to focus on sanding the entire piece, because this is the gloss paint that's already on it. I'm not going to strip it. I'm not going to go to the extent of stripping it, but I'm just going to sand it all over so that I've got an even surface to paint. Right, I've scuff sanded it everywhere, taken off any loose paint and taken off any shine. Cleaned it with white lightning, I've rinsed off. Now I'm going to see if I can make this top work with a whitewash. I'm pretty happy with how that's come out. What I also need to do is fix this really thin lifting veneer. So I'm just going to put a little bit of tight bond. I've taken all the flaky paint off the edge now. Now I forgot what I wanted to do was just fill these little spaces where the veneer was lifting. Fill it with Dixie Belle mud in white. I just use my spatula, which looks like I haven't looked after it. So I'm just going to fill these gaps here, and then I'll sand it back after. So you don't want to be able to see much of it. And because it's a whitewash, it'll sort of just look like it's part of it. But it's going to clean it up as well. Time to paint the drawers that we are going with Dixie Belle Farmhouse Green, my new favourite chalk mineral colour. So it'll take 2 coats. I might end up doing 3. But I'm going to paint the insides too. In fact, I'm going to paint the entire part of the drawer because they're not looking pretty. And I actually want to add something to the sides of these. And that colour just beautiful. Why doesn't everyone use it? This is my second piece with this colour. I've already ordered more. What do you think of the colour, guys? Is it a yay or a nay for you? Comment below, please. You know I love hearing your comments. Yeah, so if you're painting drawer sides and they're not on runners, you always need to make sure that you've got enough room that they're still going to slide easily enough. These do, so we're good. If there wasn't enough room, I would sand them first. Oh, I didn't tell you what brush I'm using. Round large. I was going to say round long. Round large. Dixie Belle, of course. I'm over on the Dixie Belle channel. My favourite place to be. So I'll give this 2 coats all over. Inside I'll seal it with the Bestang wax, a scented one. See how much paint this is taking, because this is porous, this base. It's just like cheap. It's not even ply, I don't know what you call it. Anyway, because it's so porous, it takes so much more paint. Right, I'm going to carry on and get 2 coats on this, and then I'll come back to you when I've decided what I'm doing with the rest of it. Now what I'm going to do is just tidy up all these edges where the paint is overrun. So this is my normal process. I'll do a rough sand first of all to get down to raw. Then I'll paint the edges if I'm doing this sort of look. And then I'll do a smooth sand so it's ready for a stain. Plus it tidies up these areas. So I'm not taping anything. I don't do taping, guys. I'll get some whitewash on the top. So for that I'm going to use Dixie Belle White Magic. So this is the water-based stain. I want to water this down because I don't want the full-on white. I want just a white wash. So this will serve 2 purposes. It'll allow me to give me more movement, and it'll water it down. I'm using my gator hide sponge that I never use for gator hide. I always use for stains. And the birds are on form. So when you do it this way, you can see instantly it's taking the yellowness out. If you were to go straight on with a clear, this is the colour it would go. You see, when I'm getting to the end as well, I'm going off, so I'm never coming this way off the end. Well, I say never, you probably will. If you rewind it, you probably see that I did, but I don't plan to. That will stop me getting this a build up on the sides, and it'll keep with my nice clean edge. So the sunflowers are just popping over the edge, and this is the Dixie Belle Sunflower Transfer. I've used this one a lot. I like it a lot. So I haven't sealed this yet. I'll seal this after I've burnished the transfer. Now I'm just going to seal the drawers and give them a nice smell. And for that, I'm using Dixie Belle Big Mum's Butter in the scent Suzanne's Garden. So I'm just going to rub this in, come back in a little while, maybe an hour, and buff it off. I'm using my Le Petite wax brush. Let's seal this little girl. So I'm going in with Dixie Belle Satin Clear Coat. And I'm going to use my mini. Right, leave me to it. Next time you see this girl, she'll be in a Sunday best.